Now, a Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals. And you, sir, do not have a pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from glass. A Red Solo Cup is cheap and disposable. In 14 years, they are decomposable. And unlike my home, they...
Guys, Wednesday. Hump Day. I'll have to check Facebook because Heffy always likes to put a... You figure it out. What are we looking at today? Well, we're going to be looking at Outer Darkness Russian Imperial Stout. And this is from a... this is their Reserve series. And this is from Squatters Brewing. And they are out of where? They are out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And this one is a big bad 10.5%. And it's in a foil wrapper. So we all know this shit is going to be awesome. Awesome. Well, it's got kind of a eerie kind of a look to it, so let's use the gargoyle to open it. Thanks, Alex. Oh, and the top was, gold foil. So Hempseed can't get pissy like she usually is. Pissy. Okay. And this one is from Johnnie Watson. Johnnie Watson, who will be here this weekend. So I'll have to get a brew review in, and hopefully the weatherman is completely wrong, and we can sneak out to the shack and do a little shooting. Okay, big glass completely full, and there's still more over there. It's the way I love it. Okay, well, as you would expect from a stout, it is very dark. Ooh. We got a beer-like smell. No, it's got some dark malts, fruit. Probably like I don't know if that's like cherry, or start to mingle a whole bunch of stuff in there. Maybe a little well, obviously, I'm sure it's going to have coffee and chocolate, but to what order we don't know. But it actually has a nice nice smell to it. But we don't buy beer to smell it, do we? And some guys, if you're one of them, I didn't mean it, but some guys spend an awful lot of time telling you how it smells. To me, I think the only thing that you guys really need to know is, did it smell like a skunk's ass, or does it smell nice? This smells nice. So cheers. Definitely a medium plus on the mouthfeel. Very smooth up front. Notice the carbonation. I don't know if that's carbonation or almost a little bit of a citrus kind of tingle. A tingle on my tongue. It's kind of like what's that douchebag reporter on CNN's getting the tingle up his leg just looking at Obama. Whew. Yeah, it's got kind of just a little bit of a charge. Could be the carbonation. It's kind of hard to go really, really heavy on that carbonation when all that alcohol is just holding it down, but you kind of feel that. In the eyes of Paul over at PA Brew News, another one wrecked because it was in a refrigerator. But usually something this size, they can last a little while. I'm not going to lie. The other night, of course, I had maybe had some vodka screwdrivers, and then might have had a couple of beers and then might have done a brew review. Lord knows what I might have drank in there. And then, you know, pop open a 1050 and nurse that for like 2.5 hours. But the beautiful thing is that it's just such a tasty beer. Knock you on your ass, but kind of tasty. A little bit of an alcohol warming in the middle. And then there is literally a spot where there's nothing right now. Nothing at all. And then the more you wait, I don't know why some beers take so long for your tongue to get together with your brain. But all of a sudden those deep, rich flavors in the malts, and it's like a chocolate coffee. You know, some of them have a distinctive chocolate or distinctive coffee. This is like a nice little blend of both of them. It's to be honest, it's not really the roller coaster. It's just like this huge delay. Like, whoa, wait a minute. We are gonna have to decipher what you just swallowed. That could be wrong. Decipher what you just swallowed, and we'll get together with you in a moment to let you know what that tasted like. Ding. And it's kind of like you just kind of like get everything at once. It's like just a nice mix of the deep, rich roasted malts and the coffee and the chocolate all kind of together. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. Or like William Glockeis would say, yeah. I tell you, if your tongue and your brain only worked for the first 3 seconds of everything you ever put in your mouth, you would probably never even know. This is, I have to say, for as bold as the flavors come on at the end, there's like nothing up front. If you gulp it, I don't know if it's because I'm thinking about it. You know, don't think about baseball. You know, don't think about those. But I don't really notice it now. But if you take a couple of healthy gulps of it, you kind of notice the alcohol warming, but you get just a really subtle, almost like cherry flavor. But if you just do that, you notice a little bit of the alcohol warming, and you're like going, I forget, did I just drink some beer? I cannot remember. Have I? Oh yes, I did, and it was really good. Yeah, this is one I'm honestly, you know, and I say this, and then I just completely space it out. What I need to do is take the bottle from last night's brew and then like hang it here in case I have some follow-up thoughts, because this is going to be one that's going to have some follow-up. I definitely I feel that I have it too cold right now. Yes, Paul. PA Brew News. I have it a little too cold right now, and I actually want to let this warm up a little bit and revisit it. But I just don't have the... I just want to go upstairs and get this uploaded, because it takes long enough as it is, especially depending on, you know, that kind of shit. And so I'm not going to do a, these are my afterthoughts kind of thing. If I remember, I'll just tell you about it tomorrow. So, as it stands, this is Squatters Fine Ales and Lagers. I mean, as far as I know, I've never had anything else from them, and I've never seen this around here. And this one actually, and I think this is maybe the one that Johnnie was talking about. This one actually has a enjoy by date of 1/15/15, which we're past. But seriously, I don't know why you would have a Best Buy or Best Buy, not the electronics store, why you would have a Best Buy date on an Imperial Stout. Honestly, I could see something like this just getting better as it gets aged. So, kind of just gonna ignore that. I mean, it's great that the company does that, but you know, who in the hell at Squatters was going, you know, this is a really tasty beer that's just going to get more intense as it ages, but let's just tell them they should use it all up by now. And I honestly, I fully disagree with a date of 1/15 on here, unless of course this was produced a decade ago. Then maybe I'll give them that, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. So on the E scale, as it stands, I honestly think this is an easy 10 right now, but I'm somewhat basing that on how I think it's really going to become more lively as it warms up. And that's, there was a good Travis joke in there, but I'll let you use your own creativity on that. Tomorrow, Thursday. We'll see. Is there going to be a tomorrow? I think there's going to be a tomorrow. Still waiting on some parts. You can see the modification that I've done for the special person giveaway gun. So far as it stands, the only people that have really contacted me is Brian and Ed. So we've got a Odinworks handguard, free float handguard, exact same one that went on the last giveaway gun, and Brian is hooking us up with the Teal Blue Bravos PDQ and an Odinworks XML extended mag release. Didn't come today, which probably isn't going to be coming today. So I didn't get the upper that I ordered. Yeah, Chuck, the upper that I ordered for this, which is going to be stripped apart and going to get the usual work done to it. Cut down the gas block, hide the gas block under the beautiful Odinworks handguard. But one of the things I'd really like to do for this is the Battle Arms Development Ambi selector. Who can it be ringing someone else's phone? Yeah, I don't even know I even have that down here. That's Christine's line. So, what should we look at tomorrow? That was from Johnnie. So, we'll take Johnnie out of the equation. So that leaves us with some stuff from Jim and some stuff from Ed. And let's see, we've got Dark Truth Stout. What's the alcohol percentage? I'm going to go with the highest alcohol, 9.7. Or we got O'Fallon's Sticking It to the Man. Oh, I just kind of like the sound of that one though. And this one I do not see an alcohol percentage. Ooh. See, now these people know what they're talking about. Best Buy 11.4 of 16. So they know that, you know, you can... Sorry, that wasn't actually a phone call. That's take my medication, because if I don't take my medication, you won't like me when I don't take my medication. Got a couple other ones in here from Ed, but let's see, one of them was the Rogue. I've actually done a review on this one, but I thought this one would be a fun fill-in, bitch about something, and drink this with you guys. That's just the way I roll, Chuck. And we've got Creme Brûlée from Southern Tier Blackwater series. If I have ever looked at this one, it wasn't. This is a 9.5. Okay, I'm gonna go with what I know, and the winner is Dark Truth Stout because it had a 9.7. So we're looking at one from Edinsky tomorrow. Other than that, I know politics. The refunding of Department of Homeland Security. I think we should just fucking drop that shit. And that has made it through one of its hurdles, but it's missing all of Obama's bullshit, so it'll probably get knocked down by the other house. But I guess we'll just have to see what happens with that. Otherwise, I didn't really listen to any politics today. When I work with my Greggy Poo, he goes crazy listening to politics, kind of like her. She definitely has some strong political views, and they align with me. So we don't argue about politics, which is great because we have something to talk about. But I'm able to listen to it all day long and take in the information and do what I want with it, which is usually bitch to you guys about it. Whereas her head actually physically separates from the rest of her body. There's a small nuclear explosion. The power goes out in that particular area, and Geiger counters are set off all over the place. So she doesn't deal with politics at all, because she has a very small fuse for bullshit, which is pretty much why you can't talk about Obama around here, because she doesn't like to see where our country's headed. Oh, that is an interesting thing. I've seen it in multiple venues now, and I don't know if it's just another scare tactic, but there's a rebirth of the that Obama is going to be planning some kind of a coup by the next election so that he can keep himself in power. Personally, if that's the case, I hope at least there is a one true American amongst the Secret Service that'll just put a gun to his head and pull the trigger and just end the shit right then and there. Because that guy would become a national hero, as far as I'm concerned. I would put posters up of him everywhere. The guy that did Obama in. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so we're gonna look at the dark truth tomorrow. Ooh, getting lucky, several Imperials in a row. But yeah, I'll try to report back to you tomorrow on what that did as it warmed up, just so that Paul at PA Brew News can go. He did add that, you know, he doesn't like warm beer. He just doesn't like it at that temperature, which actually with, you know, if I put it in the gun safe or pretty much anywhere down here on the floor, would probably still get you more than an adequate chill down. Come summertime, not quite as good, but still, depends on the beer. I'll give him this, depends on the beer. Something like this can really be a completely different beast as it warms up. Okay, guys, hello. Cheers, everybody. Again, thanks for all you guys as far as the feedback goes, except for Chuck. It's always interesting to read the comments, even if I don't get the opportunity to comment back, except for Chuck, because usually it's funny. And like this morning, I'm in my office, you know, the office, and I'm like rolling through the comments, and it's like Ed and Nick and Paul and Nick and Ed and just, so.
You're not done yet, are you?
No, I'm not. But I will be. Just hold on one second. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Cheers, Lars, wherever you are.
What she said.